So good morning students. Today is 24th of April and we are going to start with the very first topic for today is factors affecting the resistance of a conductor. Resistance of a conductor. Okay, so what are the factors affecting the resistance? Okay, so we have to study now. There are some factors which will affect the resistance. Okay, so what are those factors? Number one is length of the conductor. Okay, who can tell me how the length of the conductor varies with the resistance? Anybody has any idea? Can anybody tell me?
Length increases the length of the conductor.
Okay. Now you see, as length of the conductor increases, what will happen? Resistance also increases. That means what? Resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. Let me show you like this. Suppose this is a conductor whose length is L. Okay, and this is another conductor whose length is twice L. Okay, if its resistance is R, then this resistance will be 2R. Okay, if this is R, then this will be twice R. Understood? If length increases by double the amount, if length doubles, then resistance will also double. Understood this much? This much you have understood?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the very first property. This is the very first property. Okay, factor. Now the next factor, my dear, the second factor on which the resistance of a conductor depends is the cross-sectional area. Okay, this is the cross-sectional area. Okay, how cross-section area varies? We know that as resistance or as cross-sectional area increases, we know that resistance will increase or decrease. The resistance of the conductor will decrease. That means what? Resistance is inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area. So R is inversely proportional to the area. Let me show you an example. Suppose this is another rod and this one is another rod. Okay, this is L in length, this is also L in length, but this diameter, its area is, suppose I will say A, but its area is how much? So this area is twice A. Okay, so if its resistance is R, then this resistance will be how much? As area increases, resistance decreases. So this will be R by 2. Yes, you can see as resistance, as cross-sectional area gets double. Previously it was A, now it is 2A. So it has doubled. Okay, and you can see here the resistance has become what? It has halved. Yes or no? Understood this much? So it is inversely proportional. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? Any problem? Any problem till this portion? Okay.
No, sir.
Now, my dear, what do you mean by?
Can you repeat it?
Yes, I can repeat it.
Excuse me, sir.
I can repeat it. I can repeat it. Come on, say this one. Okay. Whatever I have said is cross-sectional area. So resistance of a conductor varies inversely with the cross-sectional area. What do you mean by this? If the rod or the conductor is thin, its resistance will be higher. If the conductor is thick, you can see the cross-sectional area is much thicker, then what will happen? The resistance will be less. So more is the thickness, more is the area, less is the resistance. Less is the area, more is the resistance. Understood? So if area increases, resistance decreases. If area decreases, then resistance will increase. Have you understood? Have you understood till this much?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Yes,
Now there is another factor that you should keep in your mind, that you can see the cross-sectional area. Now if I draw it like this here, you see it will be a circle. Tell me yes or no, it will be a circle. This is the cross-sectional area. If this is the circle, my dear, and if I draw the diameter of the circle, this will be the diameter of the circle D, suppose. Yes, we know that the area of a circle will be how much? Sir, pi d square by 4. Tell me yes or no. Pi d square by 4. Sir, what is D? D is the diameter. Yes or no? This much you have understood? This much?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have
Yes,
said
sir.
the area is pi d square by 4. Yes, if the area is pi d square by 4, you can see that if I increase the diameter, if I increase the diameter, this diameter, if I increase, the area will increase or decrease? Come on, tell me. If diameter will increase, area will increase or decrease? Yes, that's good. Yes,
Sir,
yes,
increase.
it will increase only. That means what? Area is directly proportional to the diameter square. Tell me, area is directly proportional to the diameter square. Yes or no? You can see here. Here is area, here is diameter square. That means area is directly proportional to diameter square. Yes or no? So altogether, sir, what you are trying to mean? I am trying to mean is resistance. Resistance is inversely proportional to area. Also, it is inversely proportional to the diameter square. It is inversely proportional to the area and inversely proportional to the diameter square. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So let me take an example
Yes,
here.
sir.
Let me take an example here. Okay. One numerical question. If I tell you, if the area, okay, suppose there is a conductor. Suppose there is a conductor whose diameter is given as 5 meter, and there is another conductor, same material, same length. Okay, here the material and length are same, and now the diameter is given as 10 meter. Now the question is asked how the resistance varies. Okay, how the resistance varies. You will say, what you will do, sir, we know that resistance is inversely proportional to the diameter square. You have said right now. Right now I have said you this thing. Yes? So you agree with this? So we can write down R is proportional to 1 by 5 square. 1 by 5 square means what? 1 by 25. Yes or no? 1 by 25. Yes? You divide 25, 1.0. 0 gives 0. 0.04. It is 0.04 ohm. Yes or no? In the next case,
Sir,
you
we
see,
have to write it in copy.
first of all, let me do, then you ask these all questions. Next is R dash. R dash is how much? So next diameter is given 10 meter. So 1 by 10 square. 1 by 10 square is how much? 1 by 100. This will be how much? It's 0.01 ohm. Yes. So what you have understood? Sir, what we have understood from this is, sir, if the diameter is less, 5, you can see the diameter is less, then you can see the resistance is higher, 0.04. But here in this case, the diameter is more, that is 10. So 10 is more than 5, na? The diameter is more, that is 10. Then you can see the resistance is less. Yes? So 0.04 is more than 0.01. That means what? 0.01 is less. Yes or no? So if you increase the diameter, resistance will decrease. But by which amount? By R is proportional, inversely proportional to D square, diameter square. So have you understood this much?
Yes, sir.
Regarding maintaining your notes, I would like to say
Yes.
that I am recording your class, and after the class I will give you a YouTube link. If you have checked yesterday also, I have given the YouTube link. You should follow that. Okay, I have given a YouTube link of the recorded class of your section from my YouTube channel. Okay, you can go to my YouTube channel, you can see this video, and you can make your short notes. That's very important. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
If
sir.
you have
Yes,
skipped,
sir.
if you have skipped anything, if you haven't understood anything, you can go through the video again and again. The same lecture that I am doing in your class, I am posting it in my YouTube channel, and you can go through this video lecture again and again. Okay, still you face any doubt, I am there with you. Okay, you can ask me at any time in my WhatsApp number. Okay, chalo, that's good. Understood till this much? This much is all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now the third parameter. Now we have to study about the third parameter. The third is the nature of the material. Nature of the material. Okay. So remember, resistance varies with the nature of material. Yes or no? Nature of material. My dear, if you want to do the household connections, yes, or you want to light a bulb, yes, what we will use? We will use a copper wire. We will use a copper wire. But we will not use a nichrome wire. Nichrome wire. We will not use a nichrome wire. But if you want to make a heater, yes, electric heater, we will never use a copper wire, rather we will use a nichrome wire. So why this is so? Because copper has less resistance, my dear. Copper has less resistance. It will allow current to pass through it. Yes or no? Its resistance is less. But nichrome wire has a high resistance. High resistance. So since it is having a high resistance, so what is there? It is creating heat. It is generating heat. Okay, that's why we use it in a heater. Understood? So as the material changes, copper, nichrome, material has changed, resistance has also changed. Have you understood? Any problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Problem? Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Any problem? You are telling
No.
yes, sir. Okay. Now, the last point, temperature. Temperature. Okay. So, see here, resistance is directly proportional to the temperature. Okay. Resistance is directly proportional to the temperature. That means what? If temperature increases, then resistance will also increase. If temperature increases, resistance will also increase. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, today I have a different another class with you. Okay, I have a double class with you today. Okay, so we will cover a big portion, so don't miss today's class. Today I will take a class from 110 also, 10G. This is 10, oh, I'm sorry, 10B. No. I will not take an extra class. Okay, you don't have an extra class with me. Chalo. As temperature increases, resistance also increases. This much you have understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
altogether, if I sum up, then what I will say? So resistance is directly proportional to the length, and resistance is inversely proportional to the area. And another thing, the resistance is directly proportional to temperature, and resistance depends on nature of material. These are the four characteristics: nature of material. Yes or no? Yes, these are the four characteristics. Let's keep this two, the other two, the temperature and nature of material, away for some time. Okay, let's keep it away for some time, and let's discuss regarding the length and area. If I join this two, you can write down like this, that resistance is proportional to L by A. Tell me, resistance is proportional to L by A. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Just
sir.
I have joined this two. Okay, but here you can never do a numerical or any quotient with this proportional sign. So you need to change this proportional sign into an equals to sign. To change the proportional sign into equals to sign, what you have to add? You have to add a constant. You have to add a constant. Okay. In Ohm's law also we have seen, sir, I is proportional to V, then I is equals to, we have changed as V is equals to IR. Yes or no? We have written V is proportional to I, and there we have written as V is equals to I into R. So R is the constant. Similarly, here we have changed, where we are also going to change. So R is equals to one constant I will add, that is rho. Rho into L by A. Sir, what is this, sir? What is this, sir? Let me write down again. Okay, this is rho. It is written like this. Okay, it is called as RHO. Rho. Okay, this is the actual name of this letter. Okay, this is the Greek letter whose name is rho, but in physics it has a different meaning. Okay, so what is rho? Let me tell you. Okay, what is rho? Let me tell you. Okay, so here we can say what is rho. This symbol has a meaning. This is the proportionality constant. This is the proportionality constant, and this constant is called as resistivity. Resistivity. From here you have got the concept of resistivity. Okay, understood? From here we have got the concept of resistivity. Is that clear? So,
Yes,
what are the
sir.
terms here? So, what are the terms? So, R means sir, resistance. R means resistance. L means sir, length of the conductor. A means sir, area of cross section. Area of cross section. So we have got the formula R is equals to rho L by A. Tell me yes or no? You have understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, sir, you have given us the formula of resistance. So we have got a formula of resistance, that R is equals to rho L by A. So can we write it like this? Sir, rho is equals to R A by L. Can we write it like this? Rho is equals to Ra by L.
Yes, sir.
Sir, so what is this
Yes,
rho?
sir.
Again and again I am saying this is the resistivity. Sir, we have understood now the formula of resistivity also. The formula of resistivity is Ra by L. But sir, please tell us that what do you mean by resistivity? Formula is okay, but what is the meaning of this? We have to understand the meaning. Yes or no? Rather, we have to know the definition of this. Yes or no? Let's concentrate on the definition of resistivity now. Okay? Let's concentrate on the definition of resistivity. Sir, we have got R is equals to rho L by A. Okay, so can we write it like this? R is equals to rho is equals to R into in place of A, if I write down as 1 meter square, what will happen? 1 divided by, in place of L I am writing as 1 meter. This is 1 meter square. Okay, just a second. I am taking the area and length as 1. Okay, 1 meter square and 1 meter. So what will happen? Sir, meter cut. 1 cut, and we have got here rho is equals to R. Tell me yes or no? We have got rho is equals to R. So from here we can define resistivity. See how we can define resistivity from here. Okay, we can define resistivity. Resistivity is what? Resistivity is the resistance of a conductor. It is the resistance of a material. Rather, we can say it is the resistance of a material whose cross-sectional area is 1 meter square and length is 1 meter. Yes, have you understood? So the resistance of a material. So let us take a material. Suppose I have taken a material X. Okay, suppose there is a material X whose length is 1 meter, whose area, thickness, whose area is 1 meter square, and we can say the resistance of that material is only the resistivity. Have you understood? The resistance of that material is itself the resistivity. This much is clear?
Yes, sir.
Anybody has any
Yes,
problem?
sir. No, sir.
Any doubt till this portion?
No, sir.
That's good. That's good.
No, sir.
Very good. So we have studied regarding the resistivity. Sir, you have taught us the definition of resistivity. Sir, you have taught us the formula of resistivity. Now what's remaining? We have done. Now we have to study about the unit of resistivity. Very important. Unit of resistivity. Okay? Very easy, sir. Very easy. Very easy. Fantastic. Sir, rho is equals to RA by L. Right now you have said us. Rho is equals to RA by L. Now, what is the unit of resistance? Sir, ohm. Sir, what is the unit of area? Sir, meter square. Sir, what is the unit of length? Sir, meter. So, meter cut, and you have got the unit of resistivity as ohm meter. Remember, the unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This much?
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, you have to understand that resistivity depends on few things. Okay. So, what is the factor on which resistivity depends? So, till now we have studied the factors on which resistance depends, but now we will study the factors in which resistivity depends. Okay. So, you see here factors on which resistivity depends. Resistivity depends. So, resistivity, remember, my dear students, that resistivity depends on two factors. Number one is temperature, and number two is nature of material. Can you remember that before some time I have said to you that let's keep aside the temperature and nature of material for some time and let's discuss with the length and area. So why I have said this? Because of this, that factors on which resistivity depends is temperature and nature of material. Okay, that temperature and nature of material disturbs the resistivity, and in turn resistivity and resistance are related with each other. So as resistivity changes, resistance will also change. Yes or no? That's why resistance also depends on nature of material and the temperature. Have you understood?
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
resistance,
sir.
resistance has a direct relation with length and area, but resistance has an indirect relation with temperature and nature of material. How it is so? Resistance depends on resistivity, and resistivity depends on temperature and nature of material. Have you understood this one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Students,
Yes, sir.
so are your doubts getting cleared?
Yes, sir.
Is the question?
Yes, sir.
Just hold on. Okay, next let me see what is the topic that you are having. Okay, let me clarify that. Have I given you all the things that is mentioned here? Okay, yes, we have covered all the things. Nothing is remaining. Okay, now few more things that I want to tell you. Few more things that I want to tell you are, what are those? Come on, just a second, just a second. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
See, few facts are there that you should remember. Best conductor of electricity. So you have to study about the best conductor. Which is the best conductor of electricity? Okay, come on, tell me any idea. Best conductor of electricity.
Silver.
Yes,
Silver.
silver. It is
Silver.
silver. Okay, but we generally use copper and aluminium in place of silver wire because of the cost effectiveness. Yes, silver is costly as compared to copper and aluminium. That's why we use copper wire, aluminium wire, not silver wire. Okay, this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next,
Yes, sir.
nichrome. Nichrome is a material, is an alloy. Okay, so it is used for heating element, in heating elements. Okay, why so? Because nichrome has high resistivity. Okay, high resistivity. So as resistivity is high, we know that sir R is equals to rho L by A. As resistivity is high, resistance will also increase. Yes or no? Resistance will also increase. So high resistivity means resistance is also more. Okay, as resistance is more, it releases heat. That's why we use it as the heating element. That's why we use nichrome as the heating element. Tell me, have you understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, still if you face any problem, you tell me. Okay, no sir, this much I haven't understood, this point I haven't understood. Yes, if you face, you can directly tell me. Okay, generally conductors, or we can say the metals, okay, most of the metals have low resistivity. Okay, and generally the insulators have high resistivity. Understood? And there is another thing that is called a semiconductor. Semiconductors, they have medium resistivity. Okay, in your Ashchan book, in page number 23, you will get a table. You will get a table where all the resistivities are mentioned properly. Okay, understood this much?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Everything is clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
today we will stop here. I hope you have understood all the things that I have said to you today. Yes? So what are the points that we have discussed? Let's sum up first. Okay? Let's sum up. Okay, let's sum up how much we have studied. So we have studied today the factors affecting the resistance of a conductor. The first factor is the length of the conductor. So as the resistance length increases, resistance also increases, directly proportional. Yes or no? After that, cross-sectional area. Resistance is inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area. I have shown you here. Yes? Then we have done a numerical to prove that resistance is inversely proportional to diameter square. Yes, this one also. Next, nature of material. As resistance varies with the nature of material and temperature also. Yes, as temperature increases, directly proportional. Resistance also increases. From there, we have got the formula R is equals to rho L by A. And I have said you to keep aside the temperature and nature of the material parameter. We will discuss that later on. We have said you that. From there, we have got R equals to rho L by A, and rho means resistivity. I have given the definition of resistivity, unit of resistivity. The unit of resistivity is ohm meter, and the factors on which resistivity depends are temperature and nature of material. So here I have clarified why I have stopped you there. And after that, the best conductor is of electricity is silver. Nichrome is used as a heating element. Conductors have low resistivity, insulators have high resistivity, and semiconductors are in between them. So have you understood whatever we have studied today? This much? We have sum up. The sum up is done?
Yes.
Anybody is facing
Yes,
any
sir.
problem? Any problem, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, then,
No,
students,
sir.
thank you for today. You can leave the class.
sir. No,
okay?
sir.
Thank you. You can leave the class.